once everything is in one place, you start spotting these patterns instantly. For example, this creative is performing slightly better in US than the rest. Then we have different kind of creatives broken down by a geo. So, this one, it does really well in the US, UK, and I would say even South Korea. This one definitely doing well in Germany and not the US that much.
It's 4 a.m. and we're rolling the dice. Mate drops knowledge made of gold and ice. Felix with ads making those coins rise. Jack up designs, worlds chasing the sky. We're the 2.5 gamers, the midnight crew. Talking UA adverts and game design too. Mate, Felix, Shaka bringing the insight. We're rocking those vibes till the early daylight. Mate, UA, master eyes on the prize. Tracking data through the cyberspace skies. Felix stacks dollars like a wizard in disguise. Jacob's crafted realms lift us to the highs. 2.5 gamers talking smack. Slow hockey stick, got your back. Ads are beautiful, they light the way. Click it fast, don't delay.
Hello. Welcome. This is Matej Lančarić, and this is another solo episode. This time we're doing things slightly differently. Today, I'm going to talk about creatives and creative optimization, because your creatives across every channel finally in one place. Ever felt like your ad reporting looks a little bit messy? Oh yeah, all the different dashboards. You got Meta dashboards, Google dashboard, TikTok dashboards, and somehow they never quite agree with each other. You can see different numbers in different places. And don't even get me started on the creative naming conventions. So today, I'm going to show you how Upstart Creative Optimization tool brings all your creatives into one dashboard and why this is an actual and total superpower for UA managers like us. As UA managers, we live in dashboards, and I've been spending so many minutes in dashboards in each of the channel. But then the creatives split across platforms is like trying to watch Avengers movies in the wrong order. I mean, sure, you can do it, but it doesn't really make that much sense. So this is where the Upstart comes in. It centralizes all the creatives across all the networks into one single dashboard. Think of it as a command center for your ad strategy. And now we're going to look into the actual dashboard and how does it look like. Here's a peek how it works. So let's say we're running like some campaigns. I log in and immediately I see all the creatives across all the different networks. I mean, we have the creative type by installs, but if I scroll down here, I have as I mentioned, all the creatives across different networks with all the numbers, campaign names, and all the different KPIs. Obviously, we don't only look at the installs, but we also look at the revenues. So we can customize the columns and go into the metrics, because what I'm really interested in is obviously ROAS on day 0, ROAS on day 1, day 3, day 7, and ideally also day 30, because we want to know how the creative's performance improves over time, because that is very important. It's very important. That's what we always care about. So, we can see all the different creatives, the UGC stuff. We can see different gameplays, and then everything else, like how they perform in the last 7 days. What's interesting also is that we can actually change the creative type. Instead of looking into the video, images, and carousels, we can go and pick the actual creative and the creative name, so we can go and check the performance by day. And also, as I mentioned, the CTRs, installs, and ROI, everything is here. But here's the interesting stuff. Well, I mentioned the naming conventions and all of the fun stuff around like the mess of the creatives. So Upstart actually automatically groups creatives by what they are, not by whatever random file name we uploaded and used it. So this means if we run, let's say, this Uncle Ben video, it's kind of grouped by all the different UA channels that we used it and also by creative name, and also all the different Uncle Ben iterations that we have are going to be tied to this one. So because it's also tied by a similarity. So we can check the creative performance across different UA channel, different metrics, right? So different UA channels and different campaigns. So in this case, this one is used on the TikTok. We have other creatives that are used across see different campaigns and different UA channels. But what is really interesting in here is, well, besides the fact that we have tutorials in the right hand side and right hand corner, where we can also check like what we can do with the dashboard. The ad fatigue usually hits hard, and quite important to measure. So here's something that every UA manager has always felt. Like your best creative is slowly turning into the dead weight, and the apps are actually tracks creative age and also detects the creative fatigue. So, but what we should do to actually measure this and like how we can go about it. So here in the grouping in the middle section, we have last 7 days, 2 different creatives. We add the CTR in this case, and then obviously we will also want to add the CPI metric in here as well. And what it does, it actually shows us the spend by the creative, the CTR by the creative, and the CPI by the creative. So as soon as it loads, then we'll have 3 different tabs in here, right here. So we see the Galactus video was kind of going up today. It's not the full day, but still we can see since the, let's say, August 30, the CTR is going down. So if this trend continues, and I'm going to just check it in here. If this trend continues, that's the signal for us to be thinking about a creative refresh. Is this ad getting old? Yep. Time to refresh it. And you can clearly see it in here. It kind of gets you the early warning as well, so you don't really need to watch basically all the different channels. This kind of, even though this was our best performing creative back in the days, the clear sign of dropping the CTRs and then increasing the CPI means that we need to definitely refresh and think about what can be done in here. Besides the actual creative fatigue and all of the different KPIs that we can check, we can group by different things: creative similarities, end cards, geos, channels, sources, and all the other stuff. So if you go to geo, then we can also check what kind of geos and the creatives are kind of working in a different geos. Anyway, so for example, once everything is in one place, you start spotting these patterns instantly. For example, this creative is performing slightly better in US than the rest. Then we have different kind of creatives broken down by a geo. So, this one, it does really well in the US, UK, and I would say even South Korea. This one definitely doing well in Germany and not the US that much. And then this one is only doing really well in the US, which is fine. But then we have also this one, which is working real way better in Israel rather than just US and UK. So you can then kind of spot these immediately, because people prefer this type of ad in Germany and not in the US. And we can see that in seconds, which is amazing. So let's kind of recap. An unified creative dashboard means one place where you can see all your creatives. No shit. Automatic grouping by content, not by the names. Automatic grouping by like the similarity that we saw. Then it's like it's easy cross-network and geo comparisons like we saw now, and this detections, where you need to refresh the creatives. So basically, this means we can spot winning formats faster, adapt the strategy per region as well, and refresh creatives as soon as they tank. So for you, this means saving hours every week and making kind of data-backed decisions without the kind of a headache, right? And if you want to try this dashboard for your own campaigns, go for it, and also show this to your creative team, because they will definitely benefit from this dashboard. I usually share this with my creative motion designers and the whole creative team, so we don't really need to play this game why this creative doesn't work. They can see it by their own eyes in this dashboard. If you find this breakdown useful, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Share your comments in the comment section. And I get more deep dives coming, including how AI tagging reveals your winning creatives and way more. Thank you very much. And remember, in UA, the data is your superpower, and this dashboard is definitely your ultimate power up. We are going to talk about AI and the secret DNA of winning ads. Every UA manager asks the same question. Why did this creative work? Was it because of the humor? Is it the gameplay? Is it the voiceover? Or maybe it's just, Deadpool breaking the fourth wall again. I will show you how Upslayer creative optimization tool uses AI tagging to break down your creatives into their DNA. you will see exactly what elements drive the performance, which creatives, which scenes, so all of it. Let's dig in. Here's the thing. Most of us track installs, CTRs, IPMs, and obviously ROAS as well. But we rarely know why a creative worked. We need to be honest with ourselves. For example, you run two ads. One is cinematic CGI trailer. One is very, goofy UGC reaction or the street interviews. The UGC or the street interview ad wins. But why? Do you know why? Was it because of the humor? Because of the shorter runtime? The fact that it showed gameplay in the first 3 seconds without tagging? We don't know. We're guessing. And guessing is not the great strategy, is it? So this is where the AI-powered tagging saves the day. And, here's the Marvel Snap campaign in the dashboard. The system automatically tags the creatives. No more manual spreadsheets. Let me actually share the screen. So here's the Marvel Snap campaign or the creatives that I have in all of the campaigns in the dashboard. So system automatically tags each creative. No more spreadsheets and manual checking. So check out all these examples. So we have some preloaded tags with all the different things in here. The AI is literally dissecting your ads frame by frame, so you can compare performance by creative elements, scenes, and texts, not by file names, as we discussed. So let's look at the elements, for example. Here we can try all of the different things. Okay. Let's try the actual power of the search and grouping in this case. So now here's the magic. You can search and group the creatives by whatever you want, right? By the creative tags. So let's say I want to know ads with Galactus. Did they perform better than Deadpool? Let's see. So we have all the Galactus creatives with one clicks. Just filter by Galactus, and then suddenly I've got a clean view and list of every ad in this category, with all costs, IPM, CTRs, the ROAS, day 7, or whatever other KPI I want, because it's fully customizable. Now let's try actually videos with real people. Okay, so all of the real people right here, different things, which is nice. Let's actually go one step further. Videos with Ben Broad, because historically this worked really well. Ben Broad only. Oh, hello. Nice. All the videos in the last 7 days. Let's try last 30 days and see if the videos with Ben Broad actually are there. Oh yeah, all the videos with Ben Broad, this is also with Ben, are here. Nice. Okay, this is pretty cool. Let's check out also the scenes and elements afterwards as well. So what do we have here? Scenes. Let's try live scenes. Okay, all the videos or like all the scenes with people it's in the actual situation. Awesome. This is used in one creative. This one is used in 4 creatives out of 100. This is in 2. So you can see all the different KPIs, obviously. Then we can go to elements and let's try to find videos only with Spider-Man. Oh, here you go. All the elements in here, Spider-Man cards. This is a video with Spider-Man as well inside. And we can go to text as well and try to find different texts, right? It's right here. Uncle Ben, strategies, agree, whatever you can think of. Carnage. Here we are. Nice. Okay, but then what are you going to do with this knowledge? Well, easy. You stop relying on gut feeling and start actually building creatives based on these patterns. So if your top 3 ads are, let's say, gameplay or fast pace, you tell your creative team that, guys, like, let's make more of these. Or you have the Uncle Ben, which is working well, or the Galactus with like how people react to the Galactus cards, and you go and check this with your creative team. Tell them let's make more of these Galactus reactions. Or you can flip it. If your bottom performers are, let's say, static, heavy statics, or we have 2 cards as text here, let's not make these anymore unless you want to waste your budget. I mean, it's up to you, right? It's almost like finding out explosions really do equal conversions. Who knew? I mean, jokes aside, we can recap the power of AI tagging, because it's automatically also break down your creatives into the DNA level tags. You can filter and compare ads by tone, style, format, or concept, or different scenes and elements. So you finally learn why your best ads work and why some flop as well. So what do you know? What works for you? It could be humor, it can be UGC, or even just the right voiceover style, or captions, or different texts. So if you want to see your own ad DNA, check out the creative optimization tool in your AppsFlyer dashboard. And don't forget to subscribe, like the video. Next up, we will look at how to tie creatives directly to your in-app events and ROAS, which is very, very important. Remember, in UA, sites are your X-ray vision. With AI tagging, basically Professor X of ad strategy. What if I told you that? I'm going to talk about creative ROI and scaling across different networks. So here's the truth. Not all installs are created equally. Some users install the game, they open once and vanish. Others stick, spend, and become your payers or whales. So I will show you how AppsFlyer creative optimization tool connects each and every creative, not just installs, but also retention, and most importantly, ROI as well. All the in-app events you can think of. Let's use Marvel Snap ads to see why some of the players bring only installs and some of the players actually bring revenue. So we have two ads. One ad brings 1,000 installs and one ad brings 700 installs. But what we are looking at here? So looking at the great conversion rate or CTR or just the install, just spend. Well, there's more, obviously. Is the CPI really important? Maybe not. Most of the dashboards would say, okay, so we have a lower CPI in here, that should be the winner. But that's not the only thing that we care about, is it? No, it's not. Because I want to always know what's the quality of the users on the creative level. So here we are looking at the EV level 18. We can have level whatever else. We can have level 13, level 18, obviously the number of purchases. What's the cost per action or the cost per purchase here? And most importantly, the ROI. Because, we're looking at the long-term ROAS numbers rather than just installs. What if I told you that, right? But, you're already looking at the creative level ROAS, right? So here's how the dashboard makes it super, super easy and very clear. I select in here multiple different KPIs because you can use the different metrics. Obviously, we can have the ROAS 14 or in-app events, level 3, level 5, tutorial completion, level 15, whatever else that you can track. Also the different partner metrics. It doesn't matter. Just hit apply, and then you will have all of these inside your creative table. So amazing, right? So the tool lets me slice it by any in-app events, as I mentioned, level 15 purchasers, any other milestones. So you can actually judge creatives by what matters to the business, not just clicks or installs or conversion rate or the CPIs. The most important part is the CPI needs to be lower than the LTV, and that's how we measure the creative success. Again, what's happening here? Instead of the chasing the cheap CPIs, you prioritize the creatives with high value players, which also bridges the UA and the product teams. So imagine telling your designers, this Kank creative and ad is getting installs, but actually Galactus right here is actually getting pairs. So let's make more of these. Suddenly, your creative strategy aligns with the lifetime value, not the vanity metrics like installs. Not that bad, right? But there's another question. How many hours do you waste every week pulling the creative reports for the team? Be honest. What if instead of just exporting all of these spreadsheets, you can actually spend time brainstorming the next winning creative? Well, look, you have all of I already started sharing this at the very beginning. Slayer helps you scale across also different networks and make UA creative collaboration very smooth. So you don't really need to ask a lot of different questions. You just share the dashboards with your creative team. So let's say right now for Marvel Snap, we run mostly Facebook, TikTok, and Google. But next quarter, I want to scale on Uplavin or Moloch or wherever else. Normally, that means new workflows and sometimes new headaches. But with AppsFlyer, it's quite seamless. So the dashboard pulls all the new networks as soon as you integrate them in the integration section and matches them with the existing creatives in one unified view. So no matter the channel, your creatives are tracking consistently, which is future proof. Look, here we have the Facebook ads. If we click on here, go here, Facebook and TikTok at the moment. Here, this one also, it's running on Facebook and TikTok. So when I add Uplavin, Moloch, or everything else, then it's going to be another UA channel which says Uplavin or Moloch. So quite interesting. So now the collaboration. The UA managers and motion designers often live in different universes, but with this creative gallery view, you can see the same thing. The actual thumbnails right here, performance metrics, and you can even play the ad right here in the dashboard. So in a team meeting, instead of debating, and you can say, here's the top ad, which is the Galactus, and look at the first 5 seconds. That's what's working. Let's do more of that. So no more endless requests for like, hey, can you send me the performance by theme, by hook, and whatever else. The data is actually live and it's always ready in here. So let's recap. Scaling to new networks, zero extra hassle. Teams finally speak the same language with creatives and metrics side by side. You can see it all in the dashboard. So more time for brainstorming sessions. Also, instars are nice. The retention and ROAS tell the real story. ROAS is all that matters. AppsFlyer links creatives directly to in-app events, so you know which ad delivers the best quality players and which ads deliver the best ROAS. You don't always optimize for volume. You always optimize for value, aka ROAS. So for Marvel Snap, this means the UA and creative teams can sit down, see the same insights, and plan the next campaign together. If you're ready to ditch the reporting hell and spend more time building winning ads, hit the link in the show notes, book the demo with AppsFlyer, and don't forget, subscribe for more UA insights, because in this business, collaboration isn't optional. It's your competitive edge. Thank you very much for listening. See you next time. Bye-bye.